What's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna do some tinkering on the Miata. If you'll look here, this jank ass. Really? Come on, man. This is the most rigged thing on my car, I think. It's the coolant temperature gauge sending unit wire with a zip tie hanging on it. I don't know if I cooked the wire or what, but it just stopped randomly working. And then my car has an idle surge. And I'm thinking it's either the throttle position sensor or the IAC. So I'm gonna start it after we fix that gauge and see if I unplug the IAC, if it fixes itself, if we just manually adjust the idle. And if so, I'll get a new IAC or delete it. Because I really only need that if I have AC, and well, I don't have AC, and I don't really plan on putting AC in the car, but I don't know. So, if not, I have a spare throttle position sensor we could try. So, but besides those two things, everything is somewhat okay for right now, surprisingly. So, let's go ahead and set the tripod up and start tearing apart this thing. So we found this old ass multimeter. I think this is as old as my car. We're gonna try and see if we can read any input or output. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Nothing.
I'll tell you what.
Do you want me to crank or not crank it, but like turn it on with a key?
No, what we're doing is testing the wire. This wire actually just ripped apart.
Lovely.
And it's not getting anything.
Do you want to just go ahead and rewire it?
Yeah. That means we're not getting any resistance. Let's test it with a good multimeter, because this one.
You mean this one right here? God bless.
No, I tried to pierce that wire and it broke the wire. It like ripped the coating right off of it.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I mean that wire's from '95, so I mean we don't expect much from that wire. Let's be real here. We're gonna figure this one out. We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, we have the nice one. The batteries are shot, but we got them fixed.
Horseshoe means resistance. Open lead means there's no connection in between, or it's a really high resistance. Heat also equals high resistance. When you touch them together, they should read something. See how it's like almost like nothing? It's because there's no resistance in between the two of them.
I gotcha.
Obviously, because it shouldn't be. If I could put it in there. This bit broke right here. Anything?
No, I don't know if you have a good enough connection on that
Oh, it
one.
should. I'm touching straight wire. Hold on, let me peel it back.
Nothing.
That would be why. Right there. This wire is shit.
So, what should we do to fix that?
You're just gonna have to cut out this connection and then make another one.
gotcha.
Probably further back. Probably what happened is this wire right here, where it's cracked right there.
Yeah.
Water got into it and corroded it. Corrosion will bring high resistance, and eventually it'll just not be connected anymore.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do that then. Cool. Let me grab some wire. Okay, so we got that side stripped. We cut this off. You can see this is the old one, jank as shit, whatever. We already cut this new one to length, and we got a connector crimped on it. Nice crimp tool.
Grab that sleeve off of that one. We're probably gonna need that.
Okay, we can use this sleeve, yeah. I'll go and put the sleeve on. So sleeve, we're gonna put that on, but so this side is just gonna go on to the male side on the motor, so hopefully that'll work. But we're gonna go ahead and wire this up and show y'all how we're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the new strand of wire ready to go in the crimpers, and he is twisting up the other wires on that so they'll kind of have a better connection, I assume.
Well, it's just easier to put them in there.
Yeah, I'm not an electrician.
Neither am I.
Oh, that makes me feel better. Yeah, so
There you go.
we got that in there. Is that crimped already?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Now we're just gonna cook that up a little bit.
Helps when you have good crimps.
Yeah,
They don't
It'd
fold.
also help if I didn't kick my tripod. Yeah, back to seeing Nash's hand. Here, let me hold. Well, that works. Yeah, do it for the video, my boy.
This is the worst
Cooking that thing. Hopefully
thing
you don't,
ever.
Try not to scorch it, I assume.
Well, all the black on it is just like carbon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not actually burning it. You'd start smoking before it burned.
Oh, well, the more you know. And then we have that little shielding you can see on there. Perfect. So you'll heat
God damn, that bitch's hot.
It is fire. Just want to let you know. I don't know if you're
There we
aware.
go. Yeah, use the back. Oh my God. All right. That's done.
That's done. So now we're going to
Burnt fuck shit out of my finger.
Yeah, man. I don't want to hear it. I scorched my hand. So, it'll be fine. So now we just got to get this little thing.
Yep, and then don't
On
forget the heat shrink.
That thing with the heat shrink. Yeah, go and put that heat shrink on there. 'Cause if not, you already know my dumb ass is going to forget about that. That's like a Taylor 101 moment. I have way too many of those.
All right.
Alright, so twist those wires up. I have this little connector right here. You're going to cut that up a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like it's too long.
Probably.
All right. I'll let you crimp it. All you gotta do is just put this section right in the middle of it and just crimp it. You don't have to like try to bust it in half. It just needs to collapse.
Do a little more.
Then after you get that done, just give it a slight little tug and make sure it's not gonna go anywhere. That's pretty good to me.
On there. I really hope you all saw that and didn't see my big ass head.
I think you blocked it with your head. God, but it's okay.
Whatever. Cook that thing.
Come along, this is the worst lighter ever. It's already out of gas.
Dude, that thing's 30 years old, so
Look at that.
don't blame the lighter, okay? The lighter's doing its best. Hey man, do you want me to drop the blowtorch?
Yeah.
Okay. BRB. Dude, I wasn't videoing.
No way.
I swear to God, I wasn't videoing. Oh my God. All right. Fuck. Dude, that was.
You just missed it, but anyway,
Dude.
we used the blowtorch and heated that up and
burnt the shit out of myself almost. But it's all done. It
Yeah.
looks professional. I hope that's on focus. I'm not really sure. But
yeah, if you
we
got
have a
blowtorch,
smaller
it's way
piece of
easier to
heat
use.
shrink right here. And then we have a bigger piece. So the small piece goes up to the end of the connector right here. And then the big piece goes over the small piece to the end of the connector.
Yep.
And it's crimped. It's good to go. It's still hot as shit, but it's fine. And then we have the shield right here covering the other OG part. And that's all connected up and all that shit. So now we should be able to plug it in and theoretically see if it works or not. Yeah. So we're gonna route this through there and give her a little starty start.
Let's hope that was the only break.
I really hope. If not, we're going to be digging through a harness. And I don't want to do that. Sorry for the random pause in the video. I'm sitting here editing and I noticed that my ADHD kicked in. And I literally just completely jumped to a whole different thing we were doing that day, working on my car. So to give a backstory, when we were leaning over the motor to fix the wiring, me and Nash both smelled gas. And we were kind of like, that's weird. And then he happened to look in there between my intake manifold and my valve cover and noticed a little puddle of gas under one of the injectors. So in the next clip, you're going to see what was causing the puddle of gas after we tore everything apart. Nice save on Nash's part. Huge thank you to him. Without him, my car could have very well burned down. And all these videos we've been making would have been for nothing more but another rebuild, and I really don't want that right now. So thank you, Nash, if you're watching this or when you watch this. I greatly appreciate it. Back to the video. This is why you always check your cars whenever you rebuild everything. So
Yeah, always be looking. We noticed that the top of this injector.
well, he smelled gas.
We smelled gas throughout the working on the wiring and stuff, and then I noticed that this injector was super shiny on the top. And we pulled out the injector, and the O-ring she's ripped. So
Actually, I have a spare set of injectors. We'll see if one of their O-rings are good.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a good catch because your car could burn to the ground if you didn't take care of this.
Oh boy.
Always be paying
This is
attention.
brand new. Brand new O-ring. Was brand new.
Just got pinched or something and it got shoved in there and it ripped it.
Oof. Lucky find. Lucky find. Okay, so I had these NB injectors laying around, and luckily I took the O-ring off of this one, and now he's cleaning this injector off. But that O-ring looks a lot better than that O-ring, and it's still squishy, so it's still good to go. It's not hard or anything. So we took this off too. I guess he's cleaning it. Yeah.
Yeah, just cleaning it out, make sure it's nice and clean so it seals.
Good. But we're going to check the other ones. Just do a once over since I do have a full spare set of O-rings and those other, I guess that's an O-ring as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little spacer.
Like spacer O-ring gasket thing. So,
yeah.
Lucky find today. Good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where that goes?
Yep. And then you just roll that back on there.
Cool.
You
Cool.
might dab it with like a little touch of oil just to get it
Lubricated.
lubey, and then stick it in there.
Okay, we can do that. Cool. Awesome find. But over here, we already went ahead and got the manifold off, the two-piece manifold. Throttle body's here because we couldn't get the throttle cable out. We were just too lazy, honestly. But we're going to go ahead and replace this to see if it fixes my throttle issue. And if not, then we'll just leave the IAC unplugged and see if that fixes it. But yeah, you can see in this area, we cleaned it, but it was like kind of gassy, like shiny.
And then when you put your head over it, you can definitely smell gas.
Yeah.
Just straight around.
So all the other ones, I mean,
they look pretty good.
they look fine. There's no like crazy alarming, like they're dry. And that's what you're wanting is dryness.
And this one was shiny, so.
This one was shiny, so that spacer O-ring is or whatever in there is good. This one was really wet and not in there properly. I think it pulled it out when we pulled the injector out, and the back two are okay. These were all fine, which these go in the head. They're spacers. So we're gonna go and pop that back in. And yeah, nice save. Oh my God. So we're testing,
It is
or assuming,
pretty decent right there.
yeah, with the spare throttle position sensor before we put it on, just to make sure it's good. But it's
And then we're gonna compare this one to the other one and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know what the measurements are supposed to be, but it has connection in between them.
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. All right. Remember how we said always double check your work? Well, so I was like, you know what? My car is about 3/4 of an inch higher on the driver's side than the passenger side. It's even, but it's just higher. So I was like, I'm gonna jack it up, lower it before we go on the Dragon. You know, make sure everything's good. And
Might be wondering why we're holding this. See
So
those
look.
washers?
these washers, I was like, man, I got extra washers. Hell yeah, I did it better than Mazda. No, I did not. I would be incorrect. So if you look here, so there's you see how there's a bushing on the other side? Well, look over here. Yeah. Lovely. So, it's part of it. So this is dropped. I need to raise this back. But, yeah. Washer.
How to die 101.
How to Die 101 with Taylor. Yeah, so that's what that's there for. Luckily, I bought a new one of these. If you have a Miata, always buy new bolts for this. For these, especially. These bottom, lower, front control arm bolts. Always C's. Always buy them. Put anti-seize on them, which I need to actually go get. It will save your ass because they'll seize in these little sleeves and you'll never get them out. Trust me. I've had to cut 3 of these out in my Miata ownership from my car and others. Don't be me. Yeah. All right. We got some anti-seize, and these are notorious for seizing. So I'm gonna put a generous amount.
Saving up for the other side at least.
I have 2 packets.
Okay.
I'm fucking this up. So just rub it through the whole bolt. It's definitely way too much, but I don't really care. So, seize it up, or anti-seize it up. Is this lined up with the, no. Fuck, pause the video. Okay, everything is now bolted on. We are just torquing it now. Wanted to give an update. We have washer on both sides. We're not gonna film the other side. We're trying to speed this up. But yeah. We are torquing it to spec. Always torque your stuff to spec, people. This shit was tight. It just didn't hold because of the fact that I didn't have a washer on it. So if you do poly bushings, you have to have washers on it. So 2 clicks, good to go. 55 foot-pounds is what we did it at instead of 50, but it's fine. So get onto the other side. I'm gonna lower this side and then good to go. Okay, so the car is done, that we know of for suspension wise. The bolts are in, both of the washers are on both sides. That side is now lower. It should match this side. We're gonna have to let it settle a minute, but me and him have both bounced on it and it went down a little bit. So the seat, we actually did my seat. So now this is in, and this one, you know, as you'll know from the other videos, good. So now people can actually ride with me. Not that I have many people, but you know, over here, all this is buttoned up. We swapped the sensor. I don't know if we even videoed. Yeah, we did. We videoed testing them, but we swapped the sensor. We plugged the IAC in, so we're gonna start it and see if it's good. Got everything wired up for the temp gauge, so we'll see if that works. And yeah, so let me go grab the key and we'll start it. All right, let's see. Ignore my battery. I'm just too lazy to go get a new one. I need to, but shut up. It's fine. I literally just said to them ignore the battery. We'll see if that works. We'll have to let it warm up. All right, we're gonna let it warm up. We'll be right back. Progress update. It has moved. We have working temperature gauge. And idle. It still sounds choppy. I'm not sure. So we're gonna let it kind of warm up and then I'll rev it a little bit, see if it surges, and if it does, we'll unplug the IAC and see if that works and go from there, I guess. So we're gonna let it warm up. All right, so we revved it and it held up at idle and now it's back down. It's still idling a little high, but
I can turn that down. Here, let's do that.
Yeah, but temp gauge is good. So, and oil pressure is nice, which is good. Yeah, I'm gonna get in here and just yell at you. Let's see. It's still right over $1,000.
Let me unplug it.
Unplug it. It's going down a little bit, but not much.
That's with it unplugged.
Yeah. Plug it back in and unplug the IAC. What? The idle air control valve.
That's what's unplugged.
The green plug?
Yeah. Let's try TPS instead.
Yeah, plug the IAC in and do TPS. Yeah, no wonder he was struggling. The IAC is a bitch. I bet it's the TPS. Yeah, it's going back down. It's that throttle position sensor. Shunk. Okay.
We can adjust it manually if you want to lower.
Well, can we drive with it unplugged? You sure?
It's cable.
Yeah, it is cable. Okay, well then adjust the idle a little bit. We'll get it right under $1,000. Cool. Well, I guess I'll just buy a new throttle position sensor. Cool. Go a little bit lower. you could go a smidge lower. Let's see. That's fine. So what we're gonna, words are hard. Let's see. So what he is doing is, with how these are, you loosen that, and then there's a super small little Allen. It is
It's tiny.
3/32 size Allen. And whenever you loosen that, you'll hold the wrench on there, and then you can adjust that. So, and then you just tighten it back up.
Where you at?
Right at like 900 or so. I'll take it.
I was feeling, I'm just gonna bring these distance.
Yeah, you know, that's probably a good idea. Well, thanks for tuning in today, y'all. We're gonna have a new video out after this shortly, so stay tuned.
If they ever do this, make sure they zip tie this motherfucker so
Oh, yeah. Zip tie it. You don't want that thing flapping around. But peace out, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.